Okay, basically the argument is that if the Pseudo club confirms that you are a liberal in their opinion, then you can commit rape and sexual assault. That's the basic argument tonight. So Pseudo liberals can do anything they want: rape, sexual assault, misuse of power, and also outraging a woman's modesty. That's also allowed. If you're a pseudo liberal, R Venkatesh, you're allowed to do anything, and then the pseudo-liberal lobby will come up and say that the media was too harsh on you. So one argument for Asaram and one for Tarun Tejpal. That's the position tonight. I'd like to welcome Shazia Ilmi, Prahlad Kakkar, Padma Rao, Geeta Luthra is joining us in some time. Bachi Karkaria is going to be joining us in some time. R Venkatesh, Abha Singh, Ranjana Kumari. Are we ready to debate? Okay, so I just want to start with you, Prahlad, because you're on the wrong side on this one. Why should there be one set of laws for Asaram and another set of laws, and MR will open this debate with you tonight, one set of laws for Asaram and another set of laws for Tarun Tejpal?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, why? Asaram is not liberal enough.
It doesn't matter who you are. The fact is that when you vitiate the atmosphere like you do and fix a match and create such a huge hoo-ha about whatever
huge hoo-ha.
Yes,
whatever means
huge hoo-ha.
No, what's huge?
You have already indicted both these people by default, before they can come to court, before a judge can actually pass a judgment. You have created.
So why do you need his help? You need his help for a liberal cause.
You have created enough public opinion to turn around and indict them.
Yeah.
Now the fact is,
was he charge cheated or not? Was he charge cheated? Was he charge cheated under 1 minute? Was he charge cheated under IPC 354A, which lays down the parameters of what may classify as criminal sexual harassment, may be defined as a grave error? I don't understand how criminal sexual harassment is a grave error.
But you do not indict him by media.
Oh, really?
You indict him in a court of law.
You complained about Asaram?
Who? Of
Did
course.
you complain about Asaram?
Did
you complain about the media in the case of Asaram?
No.
What's the hypocrisy at play here?
No,
you're nervous.
Hypocrisy.
You need Tarun Tejpal's support for the liberal cause.
Not at all.
The pseudo-liberals club comes out in the open.
Tarun Tejpal.
I'd like to ask R Venkatesh at this point. 1 second.
But not before the court tries him.
Really.
So at least don't start fixing the match before it starts.
Right.
One small thing I would just like to ask.
Open the debate.
The offence was 376.
I'm coming to you, MR. 1 second.
The case here on Tejpal is 376, which is rape. Since when has rape become grave error?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it is.
You liberals are saying that it's an error.
Pseudo-liberals.
No, it's not an error.
Abha, pseudo-liberals, please, the right phrase.
I stand corrected.
Abha, it's not an error.
If rape is being defined as error, then I can say we should close down the courts, we should close down the police stations.
And try it in times now.
No, because now the society feels that any offence is just an error.
No.
You know, and why? You, instead of sympathizing with the victim, the girl who was working under that organization, this proves that so many women must have faced this. But
explain this phrase.
Has the courage to come forward, register a case. Rather than supporting the victim, you all are standing with Tejpal. Why?
Everybody supported the victim, Abha.
People like us. People like us.
Why?
Everybody supported the victim.
It's a PLU syndrome.
Why is the conviction rate in rape cases so poor? 30%.
Nobody's answered my question.
No, they come with this that it's an error. The woman is trying to fix up the guy, and that is why the case falls through.
Yeah. So I think Prahlad did not answer my question. Maybe MR, we can draw you into the debate along with Shazia Ilmi, and I must say, Shazia, that I'm really shocked that as you know a sort of a very progressive young politician, you put your cause with that of a person accused of rape, of the low standards of Tarun Tejpal. My question tonight is my question tonight is one second. Let me ask my question. And 1 second. Just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I take serious offense at the following words. Why this brouhaha? No, 1 second. This argument being put tonight by the pseudo club. Shazia, 1 second.
Shazia, an independent investigation.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm standing for Tarun Tejpal.
What's the difference between Asaram and Tarun Tejpal?
Can you answer? Objectivity matters to me.
No, 1 second. Shazia, listen. You're not listening to the question.
No.
You're giving your rehearsed opinion.
The position they have. But all I'm saying is not all men are wrong, not all women are right. There's that's too simplistic for me. There has to be, it's not a black or white situation.
Really? So
I happen to see the footage. And Tarun and his sister showed it to me. You must hear about this. I had a very different view until now. So let the investigation happen. All I'm saying is, Abha, listen to me. There are a lot of people also with frivolous charges. I'm sure Tarun Tejpal's case is not a simple black or white case. I'm sure there's more than meets the eye. Why are we so ready to jump the gun is all I'm saying.
Okay, so
if Tarun indeed is wrong, indict him. But just don't hear of a story, jump the gun. I did the same.
Okay.
And when I saw the footage much later, for the sake of objectivity, I realized the truth was very different.
Oh, so one
all
second.
Women who accused are all right,
Shazia,
and
1
all
minute.
the men who accused are all wrong.
Shazia, listen.
There's a presumption there. I have a problem with this presumptive
listen.
guilt
1 minute. Shazia, stop. Shazia, stop, please. Please stop. Who are you to pass judgment? And 1 minute and character assassinate the victim?
Exactly, I'm nobody to pass judgment.
Who are you to pass judgment and character assassinate the victim?
No, I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm saying.
1 minute, Prahlad Kakkar. Why are you doing that?
It'll be out very soon.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
Why are you character assassinating
there was
the victim?
Footage, there was a sting operation. Anuranjan Jha made a fake sting operation on me. My image was sullied. 2 days later, Election Commission came out with a raw footage.
Shazia, I am talking about the case of Tarun Tejpal.
And my character was besmirched. I don't believe in this.
Shazia, listen.
So I'm standing for
Don't raise your voice. 1 minute. Just a minute. Shazia, listen.
It's not men or women for me.
Okay.
People are people.
Okay.
So it's not a very simplistic argument for me. It is a nuanced argument.
No.
It is a detailed argument.
One sec.
It is an intelligent argument seeking objectivity.
1 minute, gentlemen. Will you all please stop, please? I don't want to raise my voice, but if I have to, I will. 1 second.
He is going to do the festival again in Goa, and everybody is expecting an invite.
This is
okay. That is what the candidate.
Okay. Now stop. Now will you stop? Will you stop and speak when spoken? 1 second. I'll come to all of you. Now question is this, please, right? Argument made. Poor Tarun Tejpal. And let me read the words used here, Ranjana Kumari, so we can understand. In retrospect, the relentless media campaign that shredded the once darling of the intelligentsia, I don't know who's darling and what intelligentsia, could be regarded as excessive. No doubt, Advaita, she writes, what's her name? Someone called Malavika Sangvi. No doubt Tejpal had committed a grave error. A grave error. This is the description that is fine with Shazia Ilmi. A grave error called rape. A grave error called sexual assault.
No, it is not fine with me.
And I'm now calling it Padma Rao.
I have a problem with media deciding beforehand because I went through a similar experience.
Don't jump with it.
What agony and trauma I went through.
Can I please have the people I'm calling out right now? And that is Ranjana Kumari. Can you please?
Arnab, let me tell you,
Shazia, 1 second.
20 times of footage was shown which was totally false.
Can Shazia not be on the screen now for a while, please? 1 second.
No,
yeah, 1 second.
Can I get everyone in?
And you're totally right. How certain you are. How certain you are. Can anybody be so certain? How totally certain you are about everything. You are wrong, I'm right.
Question for
Shazia is on air, she continues speaking non-stop.
I have a question for Ranjana ji.
And I request 1 second on behalf of everyone tonight.
I have a question.
I'm not saying what
Ranjana ji.
Wrong or right. All I'm saying is
I'm calling out Padma Rao and Ranjana Kumari only, please, on the screen. Can the others please be off the screen for a while? And Shazia Ilmi, this is not your political meeting that you can go on non-stop. You're going to have to stop when I ask you to stop. You can speak when you're spoken to. Yes. You are not the anchor of this show, Shazia, so you're going to have to cool down. Now I'm asking Ranjana Kumari one question. The question is this. 1 second. We say the argument is that in defense of liberals, we need to get Tarun Tejpal back. That's the argument that's made. So I'm asking you tonight, and this question is to you, Padma and Ranjana Kumari, what liberal mind calls for revisiting the outrage that united a country when allegedly a victim of rape begged her perpetrator and her boss to stop the act of sexual violence. And yet this man went to gruesome levels to violate her physically on multiple occasions. That's the charge tonight. And people like Shazia Ilmi come and say, poor Tarun Tejpal. And people like this ex-journalist Malavika Sanghvi say, you know, a grave error, and he needs to fight the good fight. So in the cause of liberals, let's get him back. Shazia, you're on record tonight. Now Padma is debating with Ranjana Kumari. Padma first. Padma first now, please. Padma.
May I take that question, please, Arnab?
Padma, please. Padma is taking that question after that.
May I please take that question? Ranjana ji, may I just take that question, please?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
I'd like to just ask Ranjana ji one question. If you know, there is a case filed by someone against Party A against Party B, Party A is required to share whatever evidence that they have collected with Party B. This is standard judicial procedure. I learn in this case that that has not happened yet. Only part of the evidence has been shared with, in this case, the defense, which is Tarun Tejpal's team, and that is CCTV evidence, the bulk of which is obviously sub judice. And yes, like Shazia, I have also seen this CCTV footage, which is non-partisan footage, and I agree with Arnab that the coverage.
Who showed you the footage? Padma, who showed you the footage? One second. May I please, Ranjana, one second. Ranjana, one second. Ranjana, please wait a minute. Ranjana, please wait a minute. Please wait a minute, Ranjana. Ranjana ji, please wait a minute. I have a question here. 1 second. Ranjana ji, wait. Ranjana ji, wait. Ranjana ji, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ranjana ji, wait. I have a question. Who showed you the footage? Who showed you the footage?
Arnab.
No, Padma, who showed you the footage? Padma, who showed you the footage? Ranjana ji, please wait, for God's sake. One second. Padma,
I'd like to answer that question.
Yes.
The footage was ordered by the Supreme Court to the police who filed the case against Tarun Tejpal to be shared with the defense lawyer, which is Tarun's team. The footage has been seen by many people.
By whom? Who showed you? So Tarun's team showed you. No, 1 second, 1 minute.
Like
Padma, so you admit tonight. Padma, 1 minute. Ranjana ji, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Padma, listen to me. Padma, stop at that point.
I have neither written
Padma, stop at that point. Stop at that point. So you are saying that this footage was shown to you by Tarun Tejpal's team. Padma, you are saying tonight this footage was shown to you by...
As is normal and routine in any case. And if Tarun Tejpal is found guilty of rape, he must be hanged. Absolutely.
Padma, are you making a speech?
Compromising.
Padma, are you making a speech?
All I'm asking for
Padma, are you making a speech?
in the judiciary.
Padma, are you making a speech?
That's all I'm asking.
Padma, are you making a speech?
I'm sorry, I can't. I don't have.
Just 1 second. You know what, Padma? Let's not make speeches.
My sound is coming and going.
Yeah, just a piece of advice. Don't make speeches, answer questions, engage in debate.
Yeah, okay.
You therefore admit that this footage was shown to you by someone close to Tarun Tejpal's team.
I'm sorry, it sounded like a speech. It was an answer.
So this footage was shown to you by someone close to Tarun Tejpal's team?
No, it was Tarun Tejpal himself, just like with Shazia.
So Tarun Tejpal himself. So that's the point. So Tarun. Just one second.
About that.
Just a minute.
It would have become a violation. It would have become a violation of the law were I to have written in detail about the footage, which in any case is not possible because it is excruciatingly long footage, but it comprehensively covers the time of accusation. And I should share all the evidence. The case should go, as with any such serious charges, to the Supreme Court or to whichever court is in charge, and the courts should examine it.
Padma,
and if he is guilty of
in the argument. I'm cutting short here. So Padma, I'm requesting you one final time. Please have brevity in your argument. You cannot make 5-minute speeches as an answer, please. So R Venkatesh, it emerges now where the source of all this is. I'd like R Venkatesh and Advaita on the screen, please. What emerges is being told that this footage on which Shazia Ilmi has incalculable faith in. She has tremendous faith in this footage, which she says is the final proof that this footage is being shown both to her and Padma by Tarun Tejpal himself, or at least that is what they are saying. So you take this person, you take the alleged perpetrator's point of view, he gives you a piece of footage, which means there is a powerful campaign which is happening in Lutyens, Delhi to influence minds, to put pressure on a due legal process by transmitting footage and building opinion against the victim. MR, this alone should amount to a double offense by Tarun Tejpal. MR Venkatesh. MR Venkatesh. In that case, Tarun Tejpal is directly interfering in the due judicial process, and that confession has been made on the program by Padma Rao tonight.
Yes.
MR. This gives it a whole new spin.
Exactly, Arnab. Arnab, the whole latent defense of Tarun Tejpal or the liberals in defending Tarun Tejpal becomes blatant today. I am aghast, I am appalled, and I am ashamed. Aghast because there is a thought in the minds of liberals that they should go ahead and
pseudo-liberals, sir.
Technicalities. Here is a man who has himself confessed. Pseudo-liberals. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm thankful to you, Arnab, for correcting me.
No problem.
That these people should have forgotten. The man has confessed and said he's going on a laceration. He's on a lacerating mode. That because he has committed a crime. 2, the fact of the matter is this thought is being converted into action. And 3, and I'm ashamed that some of the women who talk about women's rights and protecting and empowering women are coming on the channel and saying this today, this evening, that what is happening is basically a victimization. Where were you, madam? Where were you when the same level of
nobody is saying this. Nobody is saying, because one is curious in the story that one sought information.
Yes.
Unlike all of you who just use big words, because I was curious about the story, because it bothers me.
Understand.
That's why I was curious. When I had the first opportunity to ask questions, I did ask questions.
There is a difference.
And this is the footage I
you
saw.
do not know the law.
So all I'm saying is he could be wrong. Nobody, it doesn't have to be black or white, sir.
No, please understand.
Nobody is saying that he's
He has admitted.
Nobody's making him into a hero.
What do you say
all
about
I'm saying is don't paint him into a villain. The answer is in the middle somewhere.
What do you say about the admission that he made on a mail?
Why was such a hurry? If he's evil and he indeed has committed this, he'll be hanged.
In the FIR,
and he should be.
FIR of
Nobody's saying that.
Asaram, there is no.
Please understand.
Shazia, I have a question for you. Shazia, I have a question for you. Can you take a question if you're not in speech mode? Shazia, are you in speech mode or answer mode? Shazia, are you in speech mode or answer mode? I am asking a question only to Shazia. Shazia, listen. Shazia, listen. Here is the question. Here is the question, please. 1 minute, please. Please.
Either you here or you there.
So one thing comes out. I want to ask. I just want to ask one question. No. One second. I think Shazia, stop. Shazia, stop. Please don't. Shazia, please stop. Please stop. Please don't get into speech mode. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like a speech mode. Thank you. The question is, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now the question is simply this. In the case of the Shakti Mills rapists, how many of you came out in defense of the Shakti Mill rapists?
Nobody.
Did you?
No.
Did you? Did you?
And nobody should come out in favor of any rapist.
Did you, Shazia? Now here's a question. Ranjana Kumari, therefore the question emerges.
And you could still
therefore
be the convict.
Again,
all I'm saying is
don't be over defensive.
And not do media by
the
trial
question
by
is
media.
Ranjana Kumari. Ranjana Kumari, this people like us syndrome. This people like us syndrome. Therefore, a very relevant question gets asked in this context. That why is it that in the case? You should not prejudge any case.
Fake swing operation that happened with me.
Okay, so here's the question.
I'm very careful before
listen to me. Arey bhai, stop now for a while.
Man or woman, liberal or illiberal.
I don't think you'll stop, so I'll have to move on. You know, point is this. If one of the Shakti Mills rapists, 1 second, just a minute. Ranjana ji, 1 minute. If one of the Shakti Mills rapists had come to you, Shazia, and said, here is some footage I have which proves that I am innocent, right? I'm pretty sure, no, with your present position, you would come out and say, why are you going after these Shakti Mills rapists? And also in the case of Asaram, if Asaram had come to you, that is exactly the point which you don't want to answer, Shazia. Advaita, isn't that the point? That if Asaram would have come, with a tape, Shazia, now please. Advaita, if Asaram would have come with a tape and said that I'm innocent, then by this logic, Shazia Ilmi should be defending Asaram as well. I mean, we are getting so much feedback for your strange strange, convoluted, hypocritical position tonight, Shazia.
I wrote so many tweets.
That's all right.
Wanting to know more. First opportunity when I found when I actually met Tarun and his sister.
Let's get others also in.
I actually
Welcome to the debate,
asked her,
Bachi.
and she said, "I just want
We'll
to
get
share
Bachi
this
on
with
the
you."
other side.
And when she asked me, I was available to watch the footage.
Really?
Which shocked me too. And I went back on what I said earlier. Because I seek objectivity. I have to sift between facts and non-facts. I'm not there to prejudge everything. And I'm not saying he's not guilty. Who's saying that? All I'm saying is don't presume he's guilty. He could very well still be guilty.
Talks and the emails. Let me tell you, they moved
because
the
what
Supreme
footage I
Court
saw
and
was very different.
They have stalled the trial
all the dates
for 2
are given,
years on
the
very
date and
flimsy
time
grounds.
is there. You'll see
And this
soon.
time is
I
now
think the
being
Supreme
used by
Court,
his
they should
lawyers
be
and his
asking for
team
an appeal. I don't know what
to
they're planning
malign
to
the
do with
victim
it,
and
but
get
you'll
people
see.
like you on board to say that the footage is faulty. The Supreme Court was dragged in by these lawyers to say that
Tarun
clone.
Tejpal
When
and
the Evidence Act very clearly says that the papers which are there are final. The expert's opinion is final.
Nobody's on anybody's
and
board.
after that,
I'm on board where only objectivity and truth is
listen,
goes.
what this footage
I'm not
has
there
come,
like a lynch
this
mob.
footage, you
know,
are
I'm not like
saying
that,
this footage
Ranjana,
is not true.
No,
That is why the trial has not
I'm sorry, I
started.
can't just jump
Tejpal's
myself down.
lawyers say, no.
Shazia, one second. May I have a conversation? Abha, 1 minute.
This footage which they are watching, this
I will
footage,
keep the windows of my mind open.
This footage which you have watched, the Tejpal's team is telling the Supreme Court that no, this is not the full footage. Then without watching the full footage, how have you reached a conclusion? You say you want the clone clipping of the footage of the emails and all that, and that is why the trial is delayed for 2 years. Then how on insufficient knowledge the pseudo-liberals are now saying that this was not rape, it is a grave error. Are you not destroying evidence? Are you not influencing the witness? All these people who are talking like this, should the judiciary not step in and take your take on this?
I find it a bit silly actually. And you know, Shazia, you'll have to stop because you're repeating your own words and repeating them in a loud and calumnious manner does not make you correct. Now you must stop. Shazia, you're going to have to stop at this point, okay? I'm telling you one last time, you don't go on and on and on like that, and that does not make you correct. If you have any sense, then listen to the other point of view. On November 22nd, I'm going to take you off now because I think you understand, Shazia, that you are not being able to
connected with Tejpal. Your personal sting
can you stop, please, Abha?
Be connected with
Abha,
please don't demean a serious case like rape just because your sting was done.
Okay, one sec. Argument being made here is very simple. We, Tarun Tejpal's friends, have been given some footage and we think the poor guy is innocent and therefore all the facts that are out in the public domain are not correct. Bachi, welcome. On November 22nd, an SMS that Tejpal sent his friends appeared in the media, where Tejpal says, the truth is it was a fleeting, totally consensual encounter of less than a minute in a lift of a 2-storied building. Now that the committee has been announced, the truth will come out, as will the CCTV footage. My life and work have been trashed on a total lie. Isn't the reference to the encounter as consensual? What we are dealing with here is an allegation of rape, Bachi. An allegation of rape is clearly an attempt to discredit the victim.
And not once,
the reference to the CCTV footage is an attempt to discredit the victim. When Tejpal spoke to the Indian Express, he referred to one of the friends' claims as a half-truth, and he said, my lawyers know I'm being framed and also aware of political forces driving much of it now. Wasn't drawing the political angle to a case of alleged rape another attempt at discrediting the victim? And think about it. And think about it fairly right now. That if Asaram were to turn around, and say that the allegations of rape against me is politics, would you buy it?
Arnab?
Answer my last question.
No,
if Asaram were to,
I don't wish to bring Asaram.
Why do you not wish to bring Asaram? Were the allegations against Asaram any different?
Listen.
Were the allegations against Asaram different? Were the allegations against Asaram different?
I don't know.
No, they were the allegations of rape, and hence, but I'm asking you, there has to be a sense of understanding in this case. Because the law is not different for members of a so-called pseudo club. My question is simple. In the case of Asaram, if Asaram were to come right now and hand you over a piece of CCTV, if Asaram were to give you a piece of CCTV footage and say, Bachi Karkaria, here is CCTV footage I, the alleged perpetrator of the crime, is giving you. Now go and say that I'm innocent. Would you do that?
But listen, the
No, why would we not compare Asaram and Tarun Tejpal?
Footage is not something that is cooked up by Mr. Tarun Tejpal. Okay, if there is CCTV footage, let the court see it. The point is, my only point in this whole thing is that we have become judge.
The prosecution in this case in March 2014, the prosecution in this case, go into details, you're not answering the question. The prosecution, one second, look at it.
Who is not letting the trial take place?
The prosecution.
No. I think, no. My point, Abha, let me speak. Please let me speak. Abha, please let me speak. I think what Tarun has been saying up to now is that let the case come to the court.
No.
For 2 years, this case has
and tell me,
Mahmood Farooqi's case came to the court. He got his bail.
It has not come to the court because his lawyers went to Supreme Court.
Have you seen the footage?
And stalled the trial.
One second.
This footage, the footage is being watched by the pseudo liberals, but you are not letting the trial go on in the court. No,
it's not a foolish, very relevant word in this case.
No, Bachi,
I'll tell you.
This footage is not shown in the court.
Can I explain the word pseudo liberal?
Because the trial is not started.
I will write.
The lawyers are not letting the trial start. The judges should see the thing in the trial, but it is the people who are seeing it.
Abha, just 1 minute. Yeah, just 1 minute. 1 second, Bachi.
No, they are not letting.
Who's not letting?
Tejpal's lawyers. They are coming with
Abha, will you stop for a while? I'm requesting you.
There is no way of winning the case.
No, relax, no. Wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute. Here is a very, we have very interesting confessions going on in the program. Who showed you the footage?
How does that matter?
It matters.
Just one minute.
How does it matter?
I'm asking you again. Who showed you the footage?
I will not answer that question.
Why?
I will not answer that question.
Why?
Because I have seen the footage.
Then you're being judge, jury and executioner. Why are you? No, you need to tell me. One second. This is ridiculous. Just 1 minute, Abha.
In a case like rape, this is a mockery of the judiciary. This is a mockery of the police. The IO is sitting helpless because Tejpal and his lawyers are showing the footage to people. And the trial is not starting in the court. And when the Evidence Act says...
Abha, 1 minute, please. Wait a while. Many viewers asking tonight, and I'm getting calls in, and I'm told there are calls saying, why does Bachi not want to tell us where she got the footage from? So I'm asking you again a question everybody is asking, because, I think one of the panelists said, okay, Padma said, Tarun Tejpal showed me the footage, which was laughable. You take Tarun Tejpal's footage and you fight for him. Shazia, I didn't admit as much, but I presume who gave you the footage?
I'm not going to.
So the footage, 1 minute. So you 1 minute. Abha, wait a minute.
The reputation of the rape victim is being.
Abha, it's not lawyergiri, and don't be patronizing.
There has to be.
Abha, you need to.
This case has to come to the court.
1 second. There
is only one rape case is done in closed camera.
Abha, will you wait for a while?
How is this footage being seen around as a picnic? How is this footage of rape being showed around in public when openly it says rape cases are to be done under camera?
It's a dangerous precedent.
It's an in-trial proceeding.
One second. Just a minute. Just wait.
In-camera proceeding shown in public.
Just wait.
You are destroying the reputation of the girl.
Just wait a minute.
Even her identity is being leaked, which is an offence.
Okay,
her identity is leaked.
I request you, please. Now, Bachi, you won't tell us who showed you the footage, but you got the footage. Okay. And you changed your position after you saw the footage?
No. I haven't changed.
From earlier only you thought, regardless of it.
My position on Tarun Tejpal's case has been from the beginning.
Poor guy.
And now, no, not at all.
Poor guy, just raped.
No, not at all. Why should I call him a poor guy? Why am I being made
Because there is no objectivity in this argument that you're presenting.
Of sexual harassment.
No, but there is no objectivity in this argument.
Enough sexual harassment in the workplace to know that.
No, there is no objectivity in your argument tonight.
And at the same time, it can be
the court
as well.
The court said, now let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the grave and in this case indiscretion that is being committed by Tarun Tejpal and his team as tonight confessed on the program, because the court said the CCTV footage cannot be shared. Don't you know that? So what you're doing today is violating the basic rules set by a court, and nobody's going to respect that. And as far as those people who say, I'm telling you, this is a dangerous lobby out here. They say we need objectivity. You seek objectivity, Advaita. This group seeks objectivity, and people like Shazia say we're going to be objective, even if the conclusions they are drawing are coming from the hands of the alleged perpetrator. Now I'm talking at this point of time to Advaita and Shazia. You will not intervene. Shazia, you say that you have changed your position after seeing the footage. You say you seek objectivity. So let me sum up your argument for your kind information, please. And I don't like interruptions, please. I don't like interruptions. Shazia, you will listen now. You will listen and not intervene at this stage. 1 second, Abha, 1 minute. Abha, just a bit. May I get?
It is totally the judiciary is being compromised. How has a sensitive?
Can I not have Shazia on the screen? Can that be made possible? Thank you.
Evidence being shown to the public.
Shazia, one second. Bachi, you. Abha, wait.
How this evidence, this footage is critical secondary evidence as per 65B of the Indian Evidence Act.
That's absolutely
How
true.
it is being shown to the public like this?
Okay.
How is the girl's identity being leaked? How is her reputation being compromised? Because
it's
Tarun
okay, because there are people like us.
Tarun Tejpal wants a
pseudo-liberal group.
He wants a coterie of journalists to start writing in his favor and influence the trial. You are trying to make it a media trial. This is a secondary FIR needs to be registered. How this footage has come in public?
Now this, may I just say, argument being put here, and I'd like Advaita into the debate. Ranjana, I'm coming to you. You say we need objectivity. So let me sum up the argument. You need objectivity even if the conclusions that you are drawing come from the hands of the alleged perpetrator, by which logic, Advaita, every time, Advaita, that a rapist commits a rape or someone who's a sexual assaulter commits an act of sexual assault, they will take this evidence and give it to their cozy club, and if they are powerful enough, then their, representatives will write these kind of articles, come on television, go all over and say that we need objectivity. You need objectivity if the conclusions are on the basis of the alleged perpetrator of rape giving a clean sheet, on the basis of evidence presented by the accused himself. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Have you absolutely lost your sense of logic? You seek, no. Is there no logic in this case? You seek objectivity by directly disbelieving the victim's claims that have been documented as part of the official charge sheet in this case, Bachi. There has to be a limit to bias and prejudice because the alleged perpetrator has presented her a video of his side of the story. I mean, this is so self-serving, and I would like another point of view. That's Advaita's on the debate tonight. Advaita, please. What do you think of what's going on, Advaita? Padma, I'll come to you. Yeah.
Well, I think it's obviously a defense. I mean, I don't see it as any other way. And the defense really doesn't choose to explain why he had to go onto this prolonged period of self-laceration, or however he worded it in a very literary manner. I don't see why he had to do that if there was nothing that he had done that was wrong. I mean, at the very least, I find it exceedingly offensive, and I'm not going to mince my words here. I'm not bothered about what the legal process is and who is right and who is wrong. That'll happen. There is a confession here. There is a systematic campaign to whitewash this. It is reductionist. It casts aspersions on the character of the accuser, and that is completely unfair, and that is wrong, and it is not a grave error. I'm sorry, it is not a case of a bad boy done something wrong, time out, his time is done, so let's just let him back in, because
let's get Geeta Luthra in the debate.
I'm sorry, there was a column today on Newshour which was very, very good. It said very clearly that these are the same people who will deride cops, who will talk about the disproportionate punishments that are given in cops, and then come in and do the exact same thing when it's one of their own. I'm sorry, it enrages me. It enrages me that you put a girl who is living in the shadows, who is dealing with this every single day through this, through your little cocktail circuit chatter,
absolutely, answer that,
on her character,
answer the hypocrisy,
and through reducing what has happened to her. I am sorry, you cannot normalize sexual predatory behavior. You cannot normalize it, and no one is going to let you do it, no matter who is involved. I have never met Mr. Tejpal. I have nothing personal about with him. It could be him, it could be anyone else, but a powerful man is not going to get away with this, and no one is going to normalize this.
Absolutely. Geeta Luthra, now this video CCTV is being openly circulated, an attempt being made to defame the victim in this case, build a media campaign, get articles written. I mean, does the victim have no defense in this case? If it happens to be a powerful alleged perpetrator, you can use the media, you can use any element of power, you can use political influence, bureaucratic influence, media, anything to make sure that you pummel justice even before it is delivered. Geeta Luthra, what's going on here? Can the CCTV footage be shared in the way it is being done? I'll tell you what the media has been doing, sir. I'll tell you what the media has been doing, sir.
Let me address.
One second. They have seen the footage. Who was it given by? Ask her. Ask her. 1 second.
I have not seen the footage.
Geeta Luthra, please. Let Geeta Luthra come in.
I'm giving you a completely
Don't be
unbiased opinion.
So
Geeta Luthra,
I think that there is overkill.
The first aspect that I want to bring out, and let me just have a word, that there is something known as a criminal justice system and criminal jurisprudence. Now, our criminal justice system does say, and it's irrespective whether it's Asaram or Tejpal or Pachori or anyone that who may be in the dock, it's immaterial. The fact is that the law says that a person is presumed to be innocent unless he is proved guilty. The law also says in PUCL versus State of Maharashtra and several other judgments, let's not do a media trial. Now, having said all that, I am not speaking either in favor of Tejpal or in favor of the complainant. I'm only saying that let the entire matter be tried. Now, it's not really relevant that they should be in fact showing the tape around and making a defense. After all, we don't have nobody needs to make a defense in social media. You have to make a defense in a court of law. Now, friends, if they have seen it by some means.
I'll let you come.
1 minute.
She's waited for her turn.
So what Abha has said about 65B, I don't think stands. The tape is something which the prosecution is relying upon, and the delay has been because the prosecution is not giving the documents to the defense which the prosecution is relying upon. The court has, Supreme Court
tell me one thing, Geeta Luthra, can I ask you a question? Geeta Luthra, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
One sec. A question to Geeta Luthra.
Sure.
Can I ask you 1 second?
No, if she's raising a legal point, the documents are what have been provided by the prosecution. They will stand in trial, and let that be tried in the trial. But that means the documents
they have to be given.
Now, I just want to ask you, Geeta Luthra, at this point of time, I'm sure you agree that rape is rape, right?
Yes.
Rape is rape. I don't think
rape is rape.
Rape is rape. There is nothing at all liberal about rape. And to use liberalism.
No, there is nothing liberal about rape.
That's what you're contending.
Was this? No, it's an argument put by this ex-journalist. What's her name?
So whatever Malvika Sanghvi may say,
to use liberalism. 1 second. To use liberalism to defend an act of rape.
That's
your
description of it.
Or distract.
That's your description
of it. Rape.
No.
Just why are you so uncomfortable with the truth, Bachi? It hits you in the face
Arnab,
like that.
Arnab, first it has to be proved.
Sure, as long as people like us are not affected. Same argument was made in the case of Peter Mukherjee.
I keep telling you, do not classify
1 minute.
Okay.
It has to be proved.
I'll tell you. Bachi, I'll tell you one thing. Geeta, 1 second.
Let Geeta finish speaking.
Just a minute, Bachi, 1 second. I'd say what you want today is, let's not do a media trial. 1 second, Geeta, wait a while. Let's not do a media trial, right?
Yes.
Fine. So all we should do is a trial by the pseudo-secular cocktail circuit.
No.
Why?
That's all that we should do.
Trial by the court.
Right. So tell me. So
not at all.
So then why are we all conjecturing?
Relax. Prahlad, don't get worked up.
As we stand, Abha, 1 second.
Justice is being sabotaged even before the trial, and because now you want to exonerate. You are saying it's a grave error. Do you justify that rape is grave error?
Abha, I have a question for Bachi. Bachi, you wrote an article.
Long ago.
You wrote an article called, may I ask you please, one second. Geeta, I'm moving away from the legal argument for a while. And my question, please don't, Abha, please stop here, don't do this. Bachi, I'm going to the article you wrote. And tonight I will put your argument to you.
Tell me, yes.
So please have the patience to, for God's sake, listen to me and answer my questions tonight. You wrote an article, I'm asking you the question because I want to take this hypocrisy on directly.
Okay, tell me.
You wrote an article in the context of rape victims revealing their identity. You wrote this in the backdrop of the Shakti Mills case, right? And you said in your piece titled, "Don't Make Her Lose Face." You wrote this article. You urge women to reveal their identity, right? And help cast aside the veil of misplaced disgrace. These are your words. So tell everyone watching the Newshour tonight, Ms. Bachi Karkaria, what confidence does it inspire in victims of rape that the same person who wrote the same article is sitting on the Newshour tonight and defending a man who has been charge-sheeted for rape after she very well is, sir. Sir, you don't need to come out. Let me complete. Who has been defending a man who is charge-sheeted for rape after a brave woman came forth and reported the crime. And you saw the CCTV footage. The basic argument that you presented was, I saw the CCTV footage and I believe in it. So what you're doing is disgracing the victim. And I'm asking you why you're doing that, Bachi. Why are you doing that, Bachi? What's the motivation? No, you must answer. In your piece, which I've read, you spoke about the need. You spoke about the need for society to stop burdening rape victims with shame because, in your words, it would add to the injury that they've already been through. I think, Bachi, it's hypocritical of you to sit here tonight defending a man who's been charge-sheeted for rape, doubting the victim's claim is adding insult to her injuries, and you know that, Bachi.
I am not.
And you know that. And what I'm saying makes you uncomfortable tonight.
No, it does not.
It makes you uncomfortable tonight. I'm sure it does.
The only thing that makes me uncomfortable is not to be allowed to speak after I'm being accused. So now please let me speak. I am telling you that I am not defending Tarun Tejpal. My point today is what it has been 1 year ago when we called him even to our Lit Fest and there was this whole issue. That let it
What whole issue, Bachi?
Please let
what whole issue, Bachi?
Please let the matter.
What issue, Bachi?
Please let
there was public opinion against Tarun Tejpal then and there is now.
See, Rita had one point of view, Abha had another point of view.
Answer my question, Bachi. You wrote a piece. I have seen your blog on September 2nd, 2013. And I am not among those people who put one argument in the Shakti Mills case, one in the case of Asaram, and one in the case of Tarun Tejpal, which is why I want to quote. You want me to quote?
Quote my article somewhere, I don't know the date.
Okay, I'll quote.
I said that please let this matter be.
Okay, I'm quoting you now. I'm quoting you now.
By the kangaroo
now I shall quote you. I'll quote you and we'll decide who's the kangaroo court and who's not.
Yes, please quote me.
Your blog. Your blog.
Any opinion outside of the court is a kangaroo court.
Thank you. Now listen, in your piece titled "Don't Make Her Lose Face," Ms. Karkaria, yes, I am because I thought that truth should apply all the time. You wrote about the need for women to not, in your words, quote, cower behind anonymity.
So how does this ban?
I will ask you, Are, listen to me. See, writing English is one thing, applying it in real life is another. Does it inspire confidence that you, who claim to be urging victims of rape to come forth, are the one sitting on the sitting? No, my job is to ask questions. You're the same person.
Yes, I am.
You're the same person who urges victims of rape to come forth. You are also the same person sitting on Newshour tonight and defending an alleged rapist.
Again, you're saying I'm defending
What did you say about the CCTV footage?
I said I saw the CCTV
And what did you say after that?
What did I say?
What did you say after that?
I said that what I saw does not I see the visual and then I see what has been presented.
Come on, viewers, you can.
But listen, there have to be two sides.
In the piece titled "Quota for Rape," a story of a victim is narrated, and I read this. Bachi writes, "Can you imagine the terror gripping the 12-year-old child as she emerged each day from school in dread of one or the other of these monsters, dragging her off to lodges to satisfy their lust, before considerately dropping her home. When she protested, they blackmailed her with MMS clips of their acts. Whose shame would that be? What is more disturbing? The facts of this case, or that it is unique only in degree? Actually, something else should disturb us more. What's even more numbing than the prolonged and multi-pronged sexual assault of so young a girl is her utter isolation. For well over a year was everyone around her struck blind and deaf. Where is that reasoning, Bachi, when the perpetrator is a pseudo-liberal English-speaking ex-journalist from New Delhi?
But so is the victim.
Where is that reasoning tonight?
The victim is also
This debate is only about the hypocrisy. It's about the hypocrisy and nothing else tonight. It's only about the hypocrisy now tonight. Yeah, I'd like Advaita to come into the debate, please.
The victim is speaking lies.
I say tonight that this same.
Even worse when they are saying.
One second.
Why are we going down that road?
No, I am going down that road.
You are dragging me. No, Abha, I will not be dragged down a road by you.
No, but you are not saying.
No.
To defend Tejpal, you are now doubting the victim. You are doubting the rape victim girl who came forward. No, you yourself said that she is pseudo. You are trying to say that the complaint she lodged is wrong. Let the court decide. The police have filed the charge sheet. The charge sheet is of 2,800.
Listen. Let's look at the broad argument now.
Arnab, the charge sheet is of 2,846 pages.
And viewers.
76 IPC.
I want Abha, just stop a while. I want Advaita to come in. You see what? Now let me give my view on this. I want R Venkatesh to come in now, please. He's listened so far. MR has been listening to this debate. I'm only saying what we are seeing playing out today is this bizarre defense of Tarun Tejpal, outright hypocrisy by a motivated lobby. Why is this not hypocrisy, MR Venkatesh, when this lobby is outraged at the growing quote-unquote intolerance in India, but has no compunctions, the same lobby, in defending a man accused of rape? Is that not, if that is not hypocrisy, then I don't know what is. MR Venkatesh. MR. Yeah.
Why no?
MR Venkatesh now, please.
This hypocrisy comes out because it is of the same Jatwala. It concerns the same Jatwala, namely the Lutyens Jatwala. That is why the whole Lutyens gang gangs up and then tries to defend it. This is not only about hypocrisy, there is something far more sinister. This is to tutor and torture the public opinion in the run-up to the trial. This is the most sinister angle that we have to debate. This is not mere hypocrisy, this is not mere error of judgment. This is something far more sinister. Ensure that the public opinion is remolded, recasted in such a way, refashioned in such a way that the trial is implodes by itself. The evidences that lead to the trial are done in such a way that the whole conspiracy is that a group of them have got together.
I'll tell you what they mean.
That you write an article here, I give an interview there, try to mold the public opinion in such a way that the judges come under the hydraulic pressure of these people and such a way that
Prahlad on the other side. Prahlad is taking an
the calculated move.
Prahlad is taking an 1 second.
You think judges are stupid? You think people are stupid? You think they're going to be swayed by this? You think that all the media...
They are also human beings.
Let him speak.
They are also human beings.
Media circus that is being...
No, they
circus. It's a media circus.
They come under the hydraulic pressure.
Completely. I have not seen any footage.
They are not stupid.
I do not support Tarun Tejpal.
They are human beings.
I think this has become a media circus.
I want to know what is the authenticity of the footage that you have seen. Please tell me what is the authenticity of the footage that you have seen.
Padma is also in the debate.
How do you come about and say that
Padma is on the debate on the other side.
Are you a forensic expert? That you rely on an evidence provided to you by a defense.
And I am on this debate at the invitation of Arnab.
Who gives you this? How do you know that is the authentic one?
Saying here I have a story. So please correct the impression. Please correct the impression that we are, going on the prowl for, publicizing this issue. Nobody is. I am stuck to journalistic ethics.
This is the beginning.
Because I
Padma Rao, this is the beginning. This type of concerted action happens in this country. We know the status, how it's operating procedures, the standard operating procedures of this caucus is well known. So don't tell me that this is, you have come on an invitation.
I was called
tonight. Yours tonight. Can I please? I'm extending this debate by 10 minutes.
You should have refused to see the footage.
One second.
Refused to see the footage.
Emma, stop a while. Can I ask Emma to stop a while? Prahlad, please don't get personal. Prahlad, don't get personal.
That is the point. You are. Why did you see the footage?
Don't get personal. Don't get personal. Don't get personal, Prahlad. Don't get personal, Prahlad.
Everybody gets influenced like that.
Don't get personal, Prahlad. It's a debate. Don't get personal. Don't get personal.
Tell me.
1 second. Nobody's being personal. Being factual. Factual. An argument being made about a media circus by Prahlad Kakkar. You think that? Yeah, let me tell you this. And Padma,
Padma Rao, tell me, why did you see the footage? Why didn't you not refuse it?
May I ask a question here?
Why did you not refuse it? Why did you see it from the defense counsel?
Against you and your mother or your father or your friend. I'm answering your question. Do you want to listen? Why did I see the footage? If your best friend or a friend of yours is an accused in a case that is
best friend, it's a personal
and
argument.
He shows you the footage.
That's the prejudice. That's the bias.
Would you see it?
So that is the emotion in you. It is not an objective one. It is subjective. You are flown by emotions, madam.
Nobody is making any judgment.
So you are flown by emotions.
Nobody is making any judgment.
So you are flown by emotions. It is not an objective.
Okay, viewers, I have a couple of questions to ask. Can I? Yeah, 1 second, please. Advaita into the debate with Padma. And Padma, please stop. Please don't go into speech mode. And please wait a while. Wait a while. Let me put it in the context. Let me put it in the context that this needs to be put. And this argument goes out tonight. Let people decide this. Media circus. There was outrage in the media. Advaita, when a Bahujan Samajwadi Party MLA was accused of raping a minor girl in Banda in 2010, and the same group of people said, go after that BSP MLA, don't spare him at all. Tear him to shreds so that an example is created, domino effect is created, so nobody dares to do this again. But today, that same group, Advaita, silence. When there is a lobby seeking to defend a rape accused who was a journalist. Outrage in the media when in November 2014, Nihal Chand Meghwal, then a minister in the Modi government, was summoned and questioned by Times Now in a rape case in Rajasthan. Today, silence when there's a lobby seeking to protect an ex-journalist accused of rape. Outrage in the media, don't forget this, Padma Rao and Prahlad Kakkar. I don't need to learn my journalistic lessons from anyone. Outrage in the media to bring the perpetrators of the Shakti Mills gang rape and the Nirbhaya case to book. Strange silence by this Lutyens lobby against the defense of a journalist accused of rape. You think the people of this country are not seeing the hypocrisy tonight? You think they are not seeing the hypocrisy, Prahlad Kakkar?
They are being tried by the media?
I think they are seeing your double standard.
Not at all.
They are seeing your double standard.
Not at all.
They are seeing your and Bachi's double standard.
Why are we trying them by media?
The media trial. This is a media trial.
Anybody, including Akaram.
The so-called liberals are, by this
Which
token,
so-called?
the worst enemies of Tarun Tejpal. That means don't ever talk in favor of anything. My point here, Arnab, which is what is...
The word was pseudo-liberals.
The matter come to the court. And Abha, whatever you may say...
No, 1 second. Please understand this, Bachi. You're not arguing this. You'll be outraged over women being treated as sex objects in our films. But you won't say a word about attempts to demean a victim of alleged rape in this case. I'm sorry. How is the hypocrisy here? Who's sorry? I'm sorry.
Situations over here.
It's absolutely the same situation. You will be outraged over the moral police. You will be outraged over the moral police seeking to dictate what one should wear or eat or shouldn't. But you'll come out and defend a man who was allegedly abusing his position of power to sexually assault a junior employee.
So let's just say this.
That's exactly the fact.
Assault,
tell me.
Abusing. But
no, Bachi, I'm only putting the same out. You can't run with the hare and hunt with the hound.
Law is the same for all. Law is the same for Nirbhaya, for Shakti Mill and for this victim.
Advaita and Ranjana Kumari.
No, the offenses of 376
Advaita and Ranjana Kumari, please. Ranjana and Advaita.
At the end of the day,
what's Advaita and Ranjana?
I think I'm really shocked.
Very quickly without getting into the legal arguments, here, because, everybody is going on about a media circus.
Advaita, after Ranjana, please.
Circus, etc.
Okay, Ranjana, one of you has to stop,
Defending the rights and protecting I think, Arnab, I'm really surprised about this conspiracy that a person who has been criminally charged of sexual assault comes out of on bail and he's trying to show.
All I'm saying is
no, one sec.
No, don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. Nobody did that. Just because you're saying it will not make it happen. All I'm saying is there's a difference between the accused and the convict. We have been through character assassination. It can happen to men, it can happen to women. Please, no, don't do this. Don't. You're doing that with us now. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please be fair. There is a court out there. Tarun Tejpal is guilty. He will be punished.
And all
I'm saying is don't presume everything.
Trying to defend
Tarun Tejpal
and this certainty is so shallow. It's very shallow. Nobody is saying that he's not guilty or guilty. I don't know. All I'm saying is because when we are a victim of similar oppression, but knows how damaging it can be, the world can believe the worst about you. And you, the damage and trauma you go through, only you know. It is really stripping away of all your dignity. So all I'm saying is that I want to protect everybody's rights.
Shazia, will you? Shazia, listen. I did not want to tell you how wrong you were, but I'll be forced to. Shazia, please stop. Please stop.
No, I know all the names. No.
Shazia, I think I'll have to cut you out at this while because I'll have to explain why the CCTV argument is bogus. And so for a while, can I please explain this point because viewers need to understand this and Shazia needs to stop. And since she won't, I will have to get everyone else on the program. First point number 1, Bachi, please remember these 5 points. 1, there were no CCTV cameras inside the lift, so to form a conclusion on the basis of CCTV footage seen by you of someone leaving the lift is unfair and prejudiced and half-baked. Point number 2, the conclusion seems to be drawn, and this is the most sexist part of what you are doing, on the basis of how the woman looked and behaved after the alleged assault. This does nothing but blame the victim for not living up to some sort of image that victims of sexual assault are expected to conform to. The notion that she doesn't look like she has been raped is the most misogynistic thing to say the least, and nothing but character assassination. Third point, why is the Tejpal lobby circulating this footage? You know what's going on here, Bachi? This is an attempt, and you should understand this. This is an attempt, a bid to name and shame the victim into silence, and I'm sorry that you're being party to it. When Tarun Tejpal's lawyer has himself said that the footage was not to be made public, how is this footage being shown to all and sundry?
Because the court should have asked for that.
The court has asked for it, sir. You are not aware of the facts.
Given to the court.
It was said.
Why is it not being given to the court?
Is out on bail.
And
if he's trying to influence the witness, if he's trying to influence the trial, Tarun Tejpal's bail should be cancelled immediately.
Last word to Advaita.
Get Tarun Tejpal's bail cancelled and put him behind bars so that this trial can start.
Okay, last word to Advaita only on the screen, please. Advaita.
It's
before the courts. Advaita,
this is enough evidence. This footage is enough evidence.
Advaita, please. Advaita, please. Abha, stop, please. Advaita.
Yes. For me, this really goes beyond even any of this. You know, I just find it very difficult that when we are accused of having a rape culture, whatever that may be, I mean, I find it horrifying that this sort of abetment extends, be it from Khap Panchayats right up to the very elite. And I think that is extremely dangerous, and we must identify this as a malaise when it comes to this so-called rape culture that prevails here, and we must tackle it and call it out like we're doing today. And I want to say this to the young lady who is in the shadows, who has been let down by her employer when she reported this, by her immediate superior when she reported this, after email, she is not going to be let down, and there are going to be people who will speak for her even if they don't know her. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, because we have to fight this.
Does this not, Geeta Luthra, final point.
We're going to fight this
Geeta Luthra, does this not build a case for the immediate cancellation of Tarun Tejpal's bail, because what he's doing is influencing people and directly intimidating the victim? How can you directly intimidate the victim? If all these accounts of sharing of this footage, and I'd like to tell you on 10th of November 2013, it was clearly said, for the purpose of his defense, this footage cannot be made public. This was what the Chief Judicial Magistrate in Panaji said. If you have violated that in an attempt to name and shame the victim into silence and intimidate the victim, this person's bail has to be cancelled. It's the most logical thing to do.
No.
Geeta Luthra, you can't let him get away just because he's an ex-influential person. Yes, please.
No, you can't. See, what is part of the charge sheet? In fact, the entire allegation in the Supreme Court has been this on Tejpal's side, that there are several documents on which the prosecution has been relying.
Can he share the footage?
In fact, the CCTV
Can he
footage
go around and
being
circulate
one
the
of those.
footage? Can he circulate the footage?
And
can he circulate the footage?
See, it's...
Can he?
See, because it's... See, it's not a question of circulate. If you have something,
no, when you're circulating the footage and you're getting articles written, it's an attempt to intimidate the victim.
No, but you're not. You can't.
You can't, right? So then his bail has to be cancelled.
Then
his bail has to be cancelled.
Make a public aspect of it, but it's not a case for cancellation. In fact, you see, there could possibly be, by his well-wishers, an attempt to bring some balance in the media. But I don't think that he personally
by shaming the victim. I'm sorry, I don't understand how this works.
No,
how does it work? But that's all. You're basically telling people, form a basis. You're basically telling people, viewers.
Giving something, 1 minute, giving something which the police and the prosecution is relying is not shaming a person. Another aspect
in conclusion,
that you should keep it in the court of law and not make it into a public issue.
You cannot. Okay, Abha understood that. Abha,
it's a crime against the state.
Abha, in this country we've been talking about a woman's fundamental right to worship. But the same people will say nothing in a case of a woman whose own fundamental rights have been infringed upon in this case. If there's one thing the story of the pseudo Tejpal liberals brings out, it is their absolute hypocrisy. We'll follow the case. I think his bail should be cancelled, but let's see which way it goes. If he's going around circulating footage in a way to name and shame the victim and intimidate the victim, it builds a case for that. But the hypocrisy doesn't stop there. We'll track the story. I also would like to know why so many elements in the media are so quiet about this case. I hope they are not part of the lobby. I thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.